Well, the thing is, I think Misfits at least have good range, because that Miraidon is highly likely going to use the Charge Beam moveset, which gives them quite a bit of range, mate. Whereas you don't really have that over on the side of Team In. They are going to have to be in your face a lot, and they do have the mons to do that at least. So, you know, they do have that brawly kind of style that they can use so well, but if they can protect the Miraidon over on the side of Misfits, they will have a significant advantage with the range that they can get from that mon.
I think the brawly team comp they've picked works really well with Hooper, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So the top lane we're going to see a Zacian, Hooper, we've got who's on the other two? You've got Eldegoss and Talonflame. Eldegoss is quickly going to the jungle to start the poke on the red buff.
Yeah, so we're going to get Hooper picking up the red buff over on the other side. Mimikyu getting that experience, but it's all about this doggo in the top lane right now, Robo. If they get level 5 and get those swords up, it's going to be really tough for Misfits to handle them, especially if that Mimikyu comes up to assist as well.
Yeah, and as well, seeing as it's a Talonflame in lane, it's going to be really hard for it to get its levels. It's going to have to be really on point. But look at that, getting caught out and already taken down to 1/3 health. Still being chased on the Eldegoss, just able to get out. Nice engage coming in from the Zacian there. Well played.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really hard to deal with. But this Miraidon is also going to be tough to deal with down here. We see the Swin up getting pretty low. They've got the charge beam up on Dara with the Miraidon. In fact, no, they don't yet. They're not quite at that level 5, but it's going to be pretty strong when they do it. Of course, they do also have the Snorlax, but in the top lanes where all the action is currently happening, there's really just coming with a bit of blade. There is a lot of damage going down. The little Fletchling has been sent back to the Pokemon Center, and look at the Hooper portals just showing why that Mon is such a good pickup onto this team. I think they're going to want to push onto this goal as well, Robo. They want to be aggressive straight away.
Yeah, we do have an invade coming in, stolen from the Mimikyu state, stealing the red buff. But it's like, it's going to dive on, managing to get away the portals. The portals being on point is going to be the difference between the win and loss for Team In for me this game. And so far, they've been looking very promising.
I'm with you, mate. I think it's going to be important for Misfits to try and take down these goals as early as they can, really. They want to take away the maneuverability that they can get if Hooper's going to be using those portals so effectively. But here come the mid-birds. Majority of Team In are already here. I don't think anyone's going to get a poke into those. We see the Fletchling going into the jungle to at least pick up the farm from there. But the bottom lane's had a nice push on it as well. Korra getting some points in. I mean, currently we have 57 points to the big donor up on that board, but they're going to have a good defense onto this pad, buddy. We've got the Mimikyu here. We've got the Sylveon here. It is, of course, the Mystical Fire, and that's going to be too much for that Snorlax to handle.
Yep, and looking at the quick maths here, they might be able to destroy the goal if they can get rid of the Miraidon in time. Big damage coming out here. That's going to basically guarantee the knockout. And I'm going to get, breaking of the first goal, leaving it on 5, leaving it on 2. Quick maths, but here comes the Cerulege to try and stop that. Yeah, but nice and low for them, ready for them to break it whenever they want.
Interestingly, the Miraidon's gone for the Electro Drift, mate, which is a fantastic move, but it's definitely more of a skill shot than the Charge Beam. So that is really interesting. It can do a lot of damage. And with the Come Play With Me, the Cerulege has been wiped out defending that goal pad as well. Rotom's going to have to back him up. We see the Eldegoss picking up the Zacian in that top lane, meaning Miraidon can go for the rip. It seems like Team In have decided to go for the Registeel instead. If that Snorlax can come in with a good heavy slam, they could try and lock it down, but they're against a lot of Team In there. I think they're going to have to concede that one, but that Lecky still hasn't been grabbed from that top lane yet, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm just watching this at the moment. It looks like they've left the Miraidon to solo it while the Talonflame got an even break on the top lane. I don't really think they care about the overcapping right now. Right now, it's important to just destroy the goals and take away that advantage from the Hooper, which they've done quite nicely. Hooper and Zacian are just... Oh, they've let it go in. Bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, that was definitely not intended, so that's going to be some good points that they could throw in there, and the Talonflame wants to go and get another stack. If you've got the opportunity of a free chance for a free stack, you're going to go for it, buddy. They do go down thanks to the Zacian. Mimikyu's having to sprint on out of there, and the Cerulege wants to get in for the 20 dunk, but they're not going to be able to. Dox does, though. They've got the speed. Lightning points into that goal, but I don't think they're going to make it out of this one. They've picked up a nice, tasty selection of KOs there. We have a triple on that Zacian.
I think it was a series of maybe some bad decisions there that kind of led them to not only lose the top goal, but bring down tier 2 to nearly half. I've got a bit of a lot going on this top lane. We've got the ult coming out from the Sylveon. Looks like they're really trying to push his top lane. Might want to try and score. Mamoswine is in the bottom bush, could try and catch someone out. Catches out the Talonflame, but he manages to jump out. And Zacian in a lot of trouble here, managed to get out. Ult from the Mamoswine, very ballsy. What's going to happen?
Mate, the meteors coming down from the Miraidon. Look how weak they are on the Zacian. They get picked up by the Talonflame. The Ninja dolls are getting popped left, right, and center in this game. Miraidon's used it to make sure they don't get KO'd. We see Mimikyu, I believe, doing the exact same there. A lot of damage coming in from this Talonflame. They're doing a good job considering who they're up against, mate. But I tell you what, Misfits are back in this fight. And with that Electro Drift, Mimikyu's back at the Pokemon Center. We've just had a Regi spawn. Are we going to have a rotation down here to put some pressure onto this lane?
Yeah, right now, if I was teaming, I'd definitely be trying to prioritise this top objective. They cannot lose any more goals here if they want to play around the Hooper. But it does look like positionally, Misfits are in the better position. Teaming is in the bottom lane, going to try and secure the Regi Ice. Yep, we've just got it now. But I don't think they will be able to get up to this top lane in time to stop the Regieleki going to Misfits.
No, and it's not even like Zacian can go in there without their Unite move. They've literally just got it up as I say that, mate. So that's not any secure that they want as they push on into that. That Lecky is going to be defended by them, though. But we have a nice team fight in the background. This Miraidon doing absolute scenes with this Electro Drift, putting up that terrain that just causes so much CC and damage, mate. It's just a difficult situation. There's the eject button from the Cerulege and the clean Psycho Cut to pick up the Mamoswine there. That's a nice KO for them, and it seems like they really want to push on into this. There's the Power Snap from Power Nap even from Rosum, but we've got the Fairy Frolic from the Sylveon. There's the Eldegosh Unite move. The Rings Unbound have been popped. The Revenant Rend comes in from the Cerulege. Are they going to pick anyone up? No, because Mimikyu says, come play with me, and Korra goes down. Heavy defense from Team Int on that one.
Yeah, they really pulled out everything they could, including the ult from the Hooper there. Well defended. They had to do it, because if they lose that, it would have been very hard for them to come back from that sort of position. But right now, it looks like the Mamoswine is trying to chase down Miraidon. He's caught between two Pokemon, but he just manages to get out. Nicely used. But it looks like the Talonflame wants to go in for the kill, but I don't know if that's going to be. Oh, nice damage coming out from the ult. And here comes the rest of the team. Might be able to kill one of them. Yeah, Mamoswine goes down. Mimikyu just able to get out of there. And yeah, looks like teams are going to disengage.
This Miraidon is a problem, mate. I don't think Team Int are able to handle it. Dara is working the micro on that Mon so fantastically well. You see them pop the Ninja doll, right, as they've charged up Electro Drift, and they stop it dead and shoot off with that drift. So they're not actually at risk of charging when they charge up that move. They're not taking damage, and it just shows the micro that is coming out of this team. It's so good, mate. 25 seconds away from Rayquaza. I do feel like Misfits have a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, but I must admit, even for all the plays we've been seeing, it's about 100 points in it, and not even a real level difference. So this is very much still anyone to win when it comes to this Ray. We've got looks like teams that are posturing up in the Ray pit. Mamoswine has just been caught out, but Snorlax will back off. And yeah, here we go, first Ray fight.
Has spawned. Nobody's really set up to take it on yet. They're trying to defend that top lane is the Talonflame. They're going to have to use the fly to disengage. We've got some poke onto the Rayquaza. They're trying to find out where the vision is. Nice Shadow Sneak onto the Talonflame from the Mimikyu. Are they going to lock onto it though? There's a bit of play from the Cerulege, and there comes the Unite move from Miraidon. It's all popping off in this centre bit. We see the Revenant Rend go in and picking up the Sylveon. Rings Unbound has come out, and of course Mamoswine just getting out of there, but the eject button from Cerulege picks them up, buddy. That is a double KO. That's a triple, baby. Are we going to see them go down? That's a quadra. There goes the Mimikyu, and that's going to be an ace. Misfits cleaning up in this Rayquaza fight.
That was really nice to play by Misfits, even though it looked like for 1 second the Snorlax was going to go down. Beautiful timing, popped on his ult, able to give his team that little bit of CC and keep him in the fight. And then from there on, it was kind of just Cerulege doing what he does best. It looks like we do have a defense coming in the top lane. I'm not sure. I mean, they're doing the right thing, but right now I think it's over for them completely. It's all about scoring points now.
That it is, mate. I mean, of course, it is the Challengers League, so points do matter when it comes down to it. The later side of this league, and I like the fact that they're just going to continue to score points. They're picking up KOs, they're dropping damage. They're doing what needs to be done right now, mate. But what a fight coming out of Misfits. I feel like that Miraidon has been the absolute pinnacle of this team right now. Talonflame also being a nuisance to handle, and I just think when you pair them together, mate, you can't really do much from the side of Team In. That Electro Drift is so hard to catch.
Yeah, I mean, I was very surprised actually with how the top lane went. I'm not trying to insult the ability of the Talonflame, but Talonflame into Zacian, you'd think it might have gone a little bit more into Team Int's favour, but getting that early break on that top goal, I think made a huge difference. And yeah, amazing play from Misfit as a team. We've been seeing it week in and week out. Yeah, 1-0 to Misfits.
Alrighty, I mean, I don't know how Team Int are going to answer to that. I think the Miraidon really is such a good mon. It's so strong on both movesets that you've got to either pick it up or ban it, in my opinion, because it is that strong, mate. And you know, I know that Ho-Ho, we also feel the same about that mon. So it's kind of one of those where those two bans are kind of needed, I think, across the board. But they played so well. I mean, both teams did. Obviously, have a look at this damage, mate. It's not like any team ran away with that at all. But I just feel like Derek was so hard for them to pick up on that Miraidon. I mean, they've taken 42k damage, but considering that's nearly the lowest alongside the Talonflame on the team, and nearly in the game if it wasn't for that Hooper, pretty well played. Yeah, they are quite balanced this time. They've both got range, they've both got front line. It's going to come down to whether the Snorlax or the Mammothswine does that front line job better, but of course we do have the Buzzwell that also is able to provide that. So let's see what goes on with this early game, because if the Leafeon does manage to go for an invade, it's going to feel pretty good. I mean, the Glossifer looks like they're going for it straight away. Dwayne wants to go Corso. A little bit of chaos for Korra over there on the Kung-Fu.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how he gets on there, but mostly the Armory, just purely because I have not seen enough of his Pokemon in the game, so it looks like it's going straight away for the early stacks and probably going to try and grab some of the farm off of Buzzwell. So Buzzwell is, regardless of the nerfs he's had, still a lame bully, so it's going to be quite difficult for him to get away with that.
Agreed. Dwayne has to pop the XP to get on out of there with the Glossifer. Are they going to go down though? Rosum does lock that in. In fact, it's Dox that does that. But here comes the Leafeon. Are they going to pick up an early KO on Rosum? No, they have to use the eject button to get out of there. Dare is ready with a bit of damage coming in from the Miraidon, but that has just taken the wings out of Leafeon early. And that's going to be difficult for them to come back from for this early game pressure they want to put into, mate.
Yeah, and in the top lane, just watching the little dance here between the Buzzwell and the Armory. Nothing really massive happening there. The supports have joined in, but Shifu is in the lane for the first set of birds, and he's going to basically secure most of that. You can see that coming. Leafeon a little bit late. Probably just going to stick around a little bit to see what happens, but no, I think right now, best thing for him to do is go back to his jungle.
What a pick. If you can't have access to that Blaziken, you're going to have the Wicked Blow that just does so much secure and damage, mate. That's going to be tough for them to handle. Enderblade is here. They want to show up and try and cause some chaos in this jungle, but Korra's ready. Korra's locked in that red buff already. Enderblade is going to go down here. They're not managing to do anything on this Leafeon that they want to do, and this is it. You've managed to prevent that early game pressure. Alentia may go down on the Snorlax here. The Hydro Drift from Dera is going to do a lot of damage, but no, the eject button sends them back to their base, mate. This is crazy. Misfits are kind of feeling pretty strong in this early game.
Yeah, and right now we've only got 4 points scored in the game. We're coming up to our first set of B in the middle. It looks like he's got to go all to Misfits. Cranrank really the only person who could Pokemon 2 turn up. Right now, everyone's been quite reserved.
I mean, top lane, we've got 3 of them showing. We've got Doc's Enderblade, sorry, on that Leafeon. 901 there on the Buzzwell. They've got the level 6, so they do have the capability of using that super power to smack them down. They lock in that KO. They can get this 30 in, but no, because of the burn from the Armor Rouge, it's going to do too much to stop them from scoring, mate. A 2 KO just for free for Korra there.
Yeah, really nice response there coming out from Shifu and through the Hooper portal. And in response to, yeah, getting himself some nice stacks on top lane. Beautifully done. He did stop potentially a tier 1 break there, which would have been quite nasty for Misfits using Hooper. And we got another rotation in the bot lane. Oh, here we go. Big damage coming from the Miraidon.
Look Look at that, buddy. They were using the Electro Drift. They were in the Shed Ninja Doll. Leafeon thought they were free and home, but no. They just shoot straight across that lane and take them out. And with no Leafeon being there, they don't have that secure that they want access to. The Cramorant is there, but they have some good rip over on the side of Misfits. Who's going to lock in this Regirock? The Electro Drift is going to come on in. There's the Heavy Slam, but it's the Armor Rouge using the Armor Cannon that's going to pick that one up, mate. It does a massive amount of damage on that Armor Cannon.
Yeah, I think what we've just seen in the last minute there is why it's so important to try and break the tier 1 goals when you're playing against a Hooper. Two fantastic lane swaps coming out from Misfits. And even now, look, they've responded, they've defended their top lane, and it looks like they're going to be able to break the top lane of Team In. So really well played there.
Yeah, they've managed to break the T1 down from Misfits, so it does buy them a little bit more space in this bottom lane, which they want to use to grab those objectives when they spawn. But look at this, Miraidon scoring in that goal. There comes the Shed Ninja Doll, nice super power, and they've got the smackdown as well, but they managed to just jump on out, mate, because of this Electro Drift just shooting them across the map. Look at it, it's so hard to catch. What can you do? They clean up the Leafeon. They're getting chased by every member of Team Int right now, but you're not going to catch them. That thing is Tony Hawk. You cannot catch it. It's going to skate on out of there.
Yeah, really well played. From a jungle invade to a kill and Leafeon, and then safely down to get away back to his half of the board. Miraidon is definitely showing his worth in these two games. But right now, teams are just kind of composing, looking for any farm they've got available. Probably waiting now just for the next objective and just poking around.
Rosen's very close to getting their Evo into the Mama Swine. That's what they want, because that opens up that Unite move for them, giving them even more CC than they already have. We've got a lot of pressure coming into this top lane from Team In, but we've seen the rotation from Misfits. They're now prepared for that. The bottom objective is going to spawn. We have 20 seconds, but of course, so is the top lane. I think we're seeing everybody rotate from Misfits down here, and we're going to see a Hooper Unite move to bring them back up to that top lane. Are we going to see someone go down? There goes the Armor Rouge. We see the Wicked Blow. It's not able to do just enough yet, but there's the Meteors coming down from the Miraidon. Eldegoss having to use their Unite move just to make sure they're not picked up by that Electro Drift. DJ does manage to get back onto the T1 pad there, Robo, but we're seeing a bit of an action going on down here. Regirock has spawned. Nobody's going to be able to get the rip on yet. The Gatling Gult Missile is going to clean up damage, though. They have managed to escape it with the Shed Ninja Doll on the Miraidon. I am running out of words whilst we see DJ trying to lock down Cora. They do that just very thing, and there's the Rings Unbound popped in that T2 actually in the top lane, buddy. They've decided to abandon this objective and put pressure onto that pad.
I'm more impressed by Cramorant still being alive.
Same.
He's being chased like relentlessly, and he's still going. He's still going. He got away. We do still have the top objective up, and the bottom objective still. I thought someone actually took that. There's so much going on there. It's actually kind of hard to keep up. It does look like Buzzwole is in a little bit of trouble, but yeah, taken out by the Miraidon there. Leaving Eldegoss on his own. Snorlax is making his way up to try and save, but being caught out by the out goes the Eldegoss. Snorlax intercepted there by the Shinfu, and it looks like Misfits are just in a comfortable position now in the enemy jungle, and Miraidon waiting in the bushes. Here comes some big damage coming out, maybe a KO. Oh no, nice dodge there from. Oh no, Shinfu's there, gonna go finish it off. Oh god, it's non-stop action.
It is, mate. It is literally non-stop action.
This is. Miraidon is just so hard to keep up with. Like he's dashing. Tony Hawk, like you said.
Mate, this is exactly what we've been talking about. Me and Chaos had conversations about how broken that mon is when they released it and no longer was in the X-Mon, mate. The Electro Drift. This is why we were saying it's a skill kind of moveset, because you need to be dodging with it 24/7, and nobody can lock them down. Dera is playing that mon really, really well. Regieleki going to the side of Misfits here, and if you don't have an answer for that Miraidon, because Cora is going to be in your face with this Shifu, you're going to have a tough game, and that is what's happening. Although, as I say that, to be fair, they are very close on points at Team In. They've kept themselves in this game. They're going to try and grab this Regirock, mate. It's just the levels edging a little bit more to the side of Misfits here. Mama Swine with an absolute stomp to lock that in, mate.
Yeah, no, just even looking at the levels, there's only 1 or 2 levels in it. You know,
Yeah.
4 points for bringing it even. So we're going to come down to the last 5 seconds here for this Rayquaza fight. But it does look like Team Int are a little bit out of position, missing their Buzzwole. He's probably just defending that top goal. But, excuse me, Misfits, and they're probably the commanding position to start poking this Ray.
I mean, we're seeing Team Int grab some farm and get their Unite moves up and ready to roll before we have anything happening here. So we're going to have a poke onto the Rayquaza because Misfits are trying to get some vision to see where people from Team Int are. They want to poke it, see if any of those storms come down. We're going to have a bit of an approach in this top lane. Have we seen disconnection? Nope, that was just me there. I thought we were having a Leafeon getting stuck there, but they're going to try and lock them down with the Miraidon. There's the Emerald two-step. There comes the Unite move, and with that Miraidon out of the fight, buddy, this might be the opportunity for Team Int that they need. Buzzwole is having to fight for them lives down here. Rotom's having to pop the Mammoth Stomp to keep themselves alive, and it seems as though Team Int are having the better battle without the Miraidon being there, but there we go. Leafeon is now out. It's going to turn to Tide to Misfits. Mamoswine with a double KO. There goes the Buzzwole. The Rings Unbound is here, buddy. I think this is going to be the answer. Misfits have been the team to beat, and they are managing to clean up now. We have the Cramorant and the Snorlax left. Snorlax getting pretty weak, but the Armor Cannon takes them down. We've got some zoning out on this Cramorant from Docs. They've got the Rip On. Who's going to lock it in? Of course, it's the mighty secure Korra themselves with the Shifu lock-in.
Yeah, that's actually a shame it kind of went that way when we saw the early kill on the Miraidon. That was kind of like the best case scenario, but I think the team got a little bit too split up. We had 3 members of Team Int chasing the Shifu into the tier 1 goal, which then resulted in the Snorlax, I believe it was, and Buzzwole fighting the rest of the Misfits around the Ray fight, and it was just maybe a little bit too much for them to deal with. Yeah, well played by Misfits. Even without probably their most broken damage dealer, they were still able to you know, secure the Ray, so good for them. And right now it's just a desperate defence.
I gotta say, mate, I am gonna feel like a broken record right now, but you cannot let that Miraidon go through to Dera again, because they are showcasing why they are so good on that skill set move, and you cannot catch it. You don't have an answer to it, so you cannot let it through, otherwise you are gonna throw away another game. I mean, it was close coming down to that, but you know, it did honestly feel like you weren't managing to lock in the objectives that you wanted to. 84k damage coming in from Dera there, high above anyone that was able to deal anything from the side of Team Int. I mean, even Revenge on that Armarouge dropping down 81, mate. It's tough to handle when you have that in your face.
The lanes, we're just having a quick look now. So we're going to probably see Mew bottom lane with Comfy, is that? Armarouge top lane with Wiggly, Zera, jungle.
I'm suspecting Wiggly, well, Wiggly's either going to be top or bottom, mate. It could be bottom, I don't know, let's see. Zera is definitely going to be in the jungle, yeah, you're right on that one. Unless they take the Armarouge there, actually. No, yeah, so it is going to be the Zera Aura. Korra doing just that. Yeah, Comfy top lane with the Charcadet. Wiggly bottom lane with the Mew. That's actually going to be really tough for Team Int to handle, but of course, they do have the Dwebble down here. We've got the A9. If they can get an early Evo onto these Mons, it's going to be whoever manages to do that that's going to win this lane.
Yeah, really excited to see the difference. Well, it's Armarouge versus Zerarouge, although they are in different lanes. It's going to be quite interesting to watch to see what Pokemon is going to have the biggest impact in the game. I think traditionally we all know that Zerarouge might be the stronger pick out of the two, but so far from what I've seen from the Armarouge, it's quite an impressive Pokemon.
It is. The difficulty it has is that it's an attacker, so it's squishy, but only in a sense that, like, if you do manage to get onto it, it's tough to handle. But what is really tough to handle is Korra on this Zera Aura. They're ready, mate. We do see Enderblade coming in with the Bitter Blade on Ceruledge. We've got 10 seconds away before these birds spawn for the first time. 901 there on the Belton. They've not managed to get their Evo that they probably would have liked to see, but this is going to be tough because Korra's got that Comfy collar on them. They drop a lot of damage. There goes Int, but they do take out Korra. Enderblade is going to answer. Comfy has popped onto Revenge, onto the Armarouge, and they're going to lock down Ceruledge, mate. The thing is that Comfy is going to be too much for them to handle.
Yeah, really well played. I was kind of wondering, is the Zera Aura going to get a bit greedy and just overstay? But I mean, the thing is, with the damage it can put out and how easy it is to able to evade attack. It's probably the right call to make. Maybe Armory's in a bit of trouble in the top lane, but with the comfort on its back does make it a lot easier to survive. Taking out Blissey on the goal pad, very nicely done, but Metagross was able to trade and get the double kill there. Nicely played.
Yeah, Gyroball taking out the Comfy in the bush. They're going to have to book on over, and we see the wild charge. Mate, that makes me very, very happy. That's actually my favorite moveset to see on Zeraora. This means it's going to be very hard for them to target. It's trying to, Cora's going to take the attitude of, I'm not bothered about CC. You can't actually target me if they manage to pop that off. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and in the bottom lane, it is slightly getting caught out of the crustle, but yeah, just ripping
Look
through.
At that.
Yeah. This is every time that we're going to see this Zeraora go to lane, you're going to sort of expect death. Nice counter there from the A9, like timed perfectly, stopping him from doing whatever he was about to do.
Yeah, that's exactly why that A9 has been picked up, mate. But when you have a Wigglytuff rolling out into the backlines as well, causing their own CC, this is such an interesting battle. I am loving the team comps that they picked here. We've got an Armarouge battling with the Metang up in the top lane, buddy, and I think they are going to lock that in. Oh no, X-Speed being able to survive Metang there. They've got the Gyro Ball, they're locking the farm. Will they take down Revenge? They don't. They're trying to back on up, but here comes Enderblade. We have the Battle of the Charcadets, and it was really close, but I think they do manage to get away on that one.
Yeah, and in the bot lane, it looks like we do have a nice engage coming from Zero. They're absolutely deleting the A9, not able to stop, leaving it a 4v2 for the this first Reggie roll. Nice rollout count from the Wigglytuff. Looked like it just dropped, yeah, a lot of damage there. Down, I think the UBC hasn't got a chance to survive. 3 kills so far. Is it going to be able to get the quad and maybe the Penta? Very hard to kill across it on its gold pad though, so... Yeah, I was wrong. Able to get the kill there. Nice damage coming out, followed by an ult. Might even be able to pick up the Wigglytuff, but no, gets out with a Mew and the comfy assistance. Nicely done.
Nice snow glow from DJ to defend that goal. Like, Cora was trying to lock in some points, but I tell you what, mate, Cora is just doing Cora things in this game. We have a level 10 Zeraora, and it's going to be tough for them to handle. At least Cerulean has managed to do the same over on that side. There comes the Avalanche and from the A9. That CC is working so well for them, I must say. I like that pickup. They're now picking up quite a lot of farm. 901 doesn't go down from the beam from Dara. In fact, Dwayne is going to absorb all of it. We've got Rosem, got that comfy on them. There comes the Midnight Recycle from the Wigglytuff. That's doing a lot to actually pretend them. They've got the rollout on it, buddy, and they're just throwing everybody up multiple times. Rip on this Lecky, though. Who's going to lock it in? Rosem is there, and it is the Wigglytuff against everyone on the side of Team Int that locks that in.
Wigglytuff being the real MVP that last minute, just showing how unkillable it can be with the country on top of it, and surprising everyone really with the steal. And look, still alive, just being an absolute menace. Like, beautiful place to watch it. And yeah, so after securing the objective, looks like teams are going to start moving back to picking up all the yellow dots. But I think the Metagross is looking to maybe do a jungle invade here.
Yeah, they are, but I tell you what, mate, we have 2 points between these teams right now. We've just hit that halfway mark. There's 2-point difference, and the levels are pretty even across the board as well. This is the closest game we've had with these two teams yet. What a battle this is becoming to be. It's exciting. The Reggie in the bottom is about to spawn. They're going to pick up Revenge already. They were getting pretty much a lot of damage down, but Reggie still has spawned. We've got some zoning coming in from Valentia on that Crustle, but here comes the Wigglytuff. Can they get a second secure? A nice beam coming in from Dara. They've got some zoning for the Reggie steal. That's going to get locked in by the Cerulean. Are they going to decide to push onto this pad as well? Might be a difficult situation with Cora being there ready to pop onto them. Everybody is here looking for a push, but they've decided to retreat, buddy, because look at the fire spin coming in from Armarouge. There's the Revenant Rend, but they don't lock anybody up with it. Blissey has to pop their Bliss assistance to save them, and there's the Snow Glow from A9. This is non-stop action going on in this bottom lane, buddy, but we're going to get a 40 dunk possibly in. No, rollout stops it. Quadra from the A9. There goes the points. What a battle from Team Int there.
Yeah, I mean, up until that point, you know, as we've seen in the last 2 games, it's been so even in terms of levels and points scored. But I think Team Int actually coming out on top there is going to give them a nice advantage. They are running around as a 5 now, which is the right thing. We do have a nice ult coming from Zeraora, but Team Int probably doing the right thing and the smart thing, which is putting out now. Oh, careful though, Crustle, you could be in a big trouble. Still alive though. Oh, no. Yeah, maybe stay a little bit. It looks like they've got to dive the tier 1 pad, more than capable of doing that with the Pokemon they have on their team. Metagross doing some nice damage to the Zeraora, taking it out, and is now trying to poke on the Mew, but Mew just able to back out. Nice beam coming in, absolutely smashing the Cerulean in the face, and yeah, looks like they're going to try to retreat, but oh, Wigglytuff was trapped, but no. Yeah, turned it around and got the kill on the Cerulean. Nicely done.
Mate, this game is going to be amazing to watch back on YouTube. It's pretty much the battle of the bottom path that we've had. They've been fighting down here for, like, I don't know, 2 solid minutes already. We're about to hit the Rayquaza fight in 35 seconds, chat, and we're still battling down here. Another objective is going to spawn after that Register lock-in, and they're still battling in this bottom pad, mate. It's non-stop action in this final game of the night. What's going to spawn down here? We have 20 seconds until Rayquaza. This is going to be a good buff if somebody can lock it in. It is a Regirock, so it's going to be good for those defenses.
Yeah, but while this is all going on, no, Zeraora in the top lane, going to try and rip down this Regieleki just before the raid, which is always a smart move. Wigglytuff is coming up to help. We've got 4 seconds. I don't know if it's going to be able to do it just in time. Oh, yeah, talking about perfect timing.
That wild charge is so good, mate. I'm so excited having that in this game, and Cora has played Zeraora so well. Are we going to have a rip onto the Rayquaza? No, they're just poking it at the moment, but they've decided, yes, we are now going to rip. 901 is here. There's the Bliss assistance to go for the rip. Are they going to lock it in? Crustle does just that, maybe. And we have 901 put up the stadium, mate. And this is it. Team In are finally going to grab themselves a win, because we're going to have Hundo Burger galore here. And I don't think there's a lot that Misfits can do to answer it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised they have the. Oh, sorry, that Wigglytuff has gone down. Although they are in front. Yeah, so I think they were more than capable of actually pulling out the win here. I think there are some great plays coming from both teams. I think Zeraora was amazing. I've been really watching a lot, but yeah, no, fantastic to watch. Good flip, and I liked Misfits' tactic with getting the Regieleki right before raid, trying to force them away from the Rayquaza, but Team In were just able to burst it down fairly quickly, and yeah, fair play to them, they deserve the win.
Yeah, good fortitude from them to decide to ignore that Lecky, right, and go for the rip straight away. They knew. They waited until we had the A9 and the Metagross there to provide that assistance, but it was perfect. They managed to get that rip lock in the point. We have 40 seconds, though, until the end of this game. We are seeing a lot of Team Inc go down, chat. We're going to get a Hundo Burger in this bottom pad, but I don't think there's enough change on the map to actually make a difference in this game so far. 335, they need about another 300 points. I don't think we've got enough AOS energy in the map. Rosum and Enderblade doing a little dance up in this top lane. That's what we like to see.
Wigglytuff's having none of it.
It's a good partnership. There's the Midnight Recital, and they want to stop Enderblade from scoring. They took the opportunity and tried to get another score in there, mate.
Oh, look, they're trying to kill him. Dance with him. Let him dance. Oh, okay, well that's it. Game over. The third and final game for tonight goes to Team In. Knocking a game off of Misfits, who are so far probably the strongest team in the league. So if you can knock points off them, it helps everyone, to be honest. Well played by both teams, but especially Team In can the win there.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those where Team It showed how if you have the opportunity to rip an objective and win the game, you go for it. 87k coming in from DJ is amazing, mate. I was really happy to see that A9 picked up, and I think that CC moveset worked a treat for them. I mean, look at the damage they took. It was 49k, the lowest by far on their team, so that actually worked really well for them over there. But 91k coming in from Revenge, 82k from Cora, Dara 81k. That's not surprising at all over on the side of Misfits.
Excuse me, just a bit. Hi. Yeah, 81k healing from the Bliss is amazing, but yeah, 91 from the Armor Rouge does show what this new Pokemon is capable of. 82 from the Cora. In terms of actual kills, it was fairly even over both teams. We're looking at about 20 versus nearly 20, or over 20, about 23 actually for Team In. I'm not surprised that both teams got such respectable numbers. Yeah, they played it well. Team In, well done for your final game there. Misfits, well done for winning the set for 2-1. And yeah, no, it was great. Thank you for everyone who's been able to tune in today.